I meet a lot of mid and senior management, corporate employees, and professionals in my corporate speaking engagements. Some of them are my clients as well in House of Alpha. One of the discussion points always is that they have a lot of holdings in what is called as employee stock option plans. So if you understand how it works, if you are an important employee for the organization, as you grow in the hierarchy, you get what is called as equity shares of the same company as a part of your compensation policy. Now, a lot of these employees believe that this ESOP pool is a part of their retirement funds. So they're very comfortable saying that I'm saving a lot for my retirement and it is looking very healthy. I actually have a problem with that entire approach, to be honest. Now, what you have to understand about having a lot of shares or a lot of wealth blocked in ESOP holdings is that a concept of wrong way risk. Let me explain. A wrong way risk works this way, that something goes wrong and you have multiple impacts of the same thing. I'm assuming many of you heard of something or an organization called Lehman Brothers. It was a very large investment bank in US. It was one of the most high profile organizations where all senior management employees were paid very well, and they also got a lot of shares of Lehman Brothers as ESOP. Now, one fine day in 2008, and I'm literally saying one fine day, Lehman Brothers announced bankruptcy. So over a weekend, things went so bad that the organization, which was so old, more than 100 years old, went bankrupt. Now, if you're a senior employee in Lehman Brothers and at that point in time, you have not only lost your livelihood because you suddenly have lost a job. Of course, you can try and find a new job and that possibilities exist. But at this point, you've lost your source of income. And the share price of Lehman Brothers crashed by 99%, literally over that weekend. Now, suddenly the so-called retirement funds that you were building is also lost. Back home in India also, you must have seen the case of Yes Bank. Yes Bank went through a turmoil and the share price crashed by more than 90% over a few weeks. So if you are again an employee in a bank like this and you lost a substantial amount of your ESOP pool because of stock prices crash, you wouldn't want to consider this as a serious retirement kitty. Retirement funds is something where you are not correlated directly with your primary source of income. You're trying to create a passive source of income, and that is what is the idea of retirement funds. If your core source of income and a large part of your wealth is connected to the same organization, I don't think it's a very prudent way of managing your money. So what I always recommend to such mid to senior management employees is diversify a significant part of your wealth from ESOPs of your own company. There are a lot of other companies that are also doing well. Why block all your money in one single company shares? Yes, you're confident maybe it will do well. It still doesn't justify holding 90-95% of your wealth in that single company shares. Some of them come back and say, but isn't that how wealth is created? Isn't that you see the journey of large business people? They've created a business empire out of their company stocks only. They give me examples of Azim Premji. They give me examples of Mukesh Ambani, where most of their money is in their own stocks and they've generated a lot of money. The key point that you have to always remember is how much control do you have over this company that we're talking about. For someone like Mukesh Ambani, he pretty much can move decisions in Reliance Industries Limited. Do you have that kind of power and influence in the organization where you're working? If not, I think it is unfair to compare your position of that of a businessman who's running an organization. So it would still be prudent for you to at least diversify 50% of your wealth out of the ESOP pool. Invest in other stocks. I'm not saying put it in a fixed income. You can invest in other stocks that can also do reasonably well, and at least you will be immune to something going wrong. We live in an uncertain time. Organizations go through phases where things may be dicey. You don't want to be in a situation where your primary source of income and your retirement funds and a large part of your wealth is correlated. So please do think about it. If you want help about how to do it, you can always reach out to us.